I'm in a season where like I can't hide anymore. And I know it's like I'm actively choosing to put myself out there, but at the same time I feel like the ways that I put myself out there are really landing with who I am. Like I can't, like in the past I maybe was like, don't show that like you believe in certain things because people will think you're cringy and not take you seriously. Well, people think I'm cringy and don't take me seriously anyway. And now I'm just like out here like, yeah, I basically consume so much tarot reading. Oh, fuck, I want to die. Why did I say that? So how do you keep pushing? All right. Seconds in and I already want to press delete it. Get rid of it. But I'm not going to. Because I accept myself, even whenever I'm saying bad, random bullshit. I just want to be me, you know, the best I can, and forgive myself and not judge myself, and not be overly perfectionistic because the rough draft is better than the final copy. No one says that enough. Old favorite song of mine is called Miracles by like Jefferson. It's not Jefferson Airplane. Starship? I don't know who it's by. Damn, I'm really bad at knowing who stuff's by these days. Anyways, and it goes, if only you believe like I believe, babe, in miracles, you know. And there's a part where he says, what does he say? He says, oh, I've been so many places, I've seen some things, you know I have. I know that love is the answer. And I love that part in the song. That's the best part in the song. Elementary, I had like one best friend, I guess, but I never really like, I don't know, I never really like used that label, but it was this guy that I met in 2nd grade, and we were friends all the way up until 5th grade, and he never talks to me anymore, and it's sad because like we didn't have a falling out, like we were just friends, like we were just friends, like really good friends, like that was my closest friend. And he had like a heart surgery, and his mom was like a preschool teacher, and so I didn't have to sit alone at lunch anymore, and he was just like my best friend. And over time he got really popular because he's hilarious, and you know, life moved on, but I still think of him, and I love friends like that, you know, because like obviously like I don't have feelings for him as an elementary, guys. Like I dated him one time in 3rd grade, and we were at an obstacle course, and he called me babe, and I said we have to break up. I was in 3rd grade. You know, I really actually haven't really dated, I would say, like properly, you know, especially since a lot of my experiences kind of, I felt like kind of didn't allow me to explore myself as much as I feel like a lot of relationships should allow you to do that. So I never feel like I've actually been in love. And though I feel like I've loved people, and I love that, because that means whoever I meet that I do, like, I can finally still have that, like, awesome moment, maybe. Ow. I know real life is harder than that. I know, like, loving somebody is a lot harder than just, like, it looks in the movies and books, but also, sometimes I think that's not true at all, because there's just certain types of people who they're young forever and in love, you know? And I know, like, a lot of people believe that we just get old and exhausted and grumpy and that we don't love the same, but I like to think we're children until we die, so I still believe in love. And I also still believe that I've never really properly been in love, which at first I was really upset with, because I was like, why am I not worthy enough for love? Just starts breaking down. But then I realized, wait, yay! Now that I think of it, maybe whenever all this bad stuff has been happening in my life and I've been like, karma's not real, because why is evil winning? Like, even just in the world in general. Maybe I just don't understand. Maybe I'm just not as enlightened as I believe. Do you know what I mean? Maybe there's like still energies and things, and there's things that I take on, you know, because I kind of believe in a spirit realm. Like, just sort of, because I don't really believe in an afterlife. I don't know what I believe in, guys. I'm 21. Whenever I was 15, I was like, I think I believe in energies. I know this sounds dumb. And I was like, I think I believe, like, things hold an energy. Like, you know, I've always felt connected to nature. Like, I feel really alive with nature. I sound so dumb. But for real, so I was like, I believe that things have an energy inside of them. And, you know, I didn't really know what that meant though. And as I go, like, as I get more and more into like spirituality, I guess, and I don't even mean to, and I don't even try, I just feel like everything aligns with it. But the more and more I get into it, I just realize like how little I know about energy, you know? Like, it's not, I can't even explain it, like, I can't even teach it. Intermission for the headband haul, so I have this one backwards, because, like, this is the right way, and then I have this one that's a frog, and this is a year old, this is 2 years old. I throw them in the washer and everything, but anyways, I'm going to get another one for this year. And what do you guys think I should do? Any ideas? I just said this to myself. I'm gonna repeat it on camera even though it's kind of cringy. I literally said, I'm kind of fucked right now. Why would God fuck me? There has to be a reason. Because like I was thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, I really need to go out in nature. And I'm like, damn, if I had a car, I would only use it to take myself. I'm getting burnt. I'm getting burnt. I would only use it to take myself to go on some hikes because I just am in desperate need of getting lost in the wilderness. I can just tell. I'm so dead ass. I really need that. I could just go sit outside too. I don't know, it's just not as like fulfilling. For some reason I'm somebody who has to have an objective. Like, I like reading and I'll read anything, but I tend to lose a lot of interest in books where I don't feel like there's a greater purpose to reading it. So like I struggle with fantasy. Like I prefer nonfiction, which I read a lot of fantasy still. And honestly, I think I read more fantasy than nonfiction, but I tend to be less into it, which is kind of boring. But like same thing with like going outside. Like I would like to go ground myself in nature, but I feel like for me I have to walk and walk and walk and walk until I'm so far that I don't have any cellular data, and I know for sure it's just me for a long time. Because I hate whenever you're going hiking and you run into a bunch of people. No, I know, I hate. And I usually do at like the start of the trail, but like but also sometimes never. One time I went on this hike and I loved it. It was like, I left for like 6 hours and I didn't even bring water or a weapon. And I even at one point was like rock climbing. At one point I took off all my clothes and got in the river. It was awesome. No one was around. But by the time I got back, I was like, you know, because I was like, I need water, you know. But I just miss that. Right now I'm really romanticizing my hiking era because I just loved it. Because like for me it's not about getting to the top. For me it's about getting the fuck away. And just like, I don't know, there's just like a certain feeling it has. Like where the earth is like very still, but you hear like a insect go and the heat hits your face and you can smell. For me, I'm in Colorado, so like for me I smell like pine needles and like almost a sweet tar scent, and it just takes me to my childhood in a good way though, which is rare because my childhood I feel like started out kind of good and then it just got really shitty. And it was always kind of shitty, but I'm very blessed. Because, you know, I even came into the world, like, a preemie or whatever, and I didn't even know this, but I wasn't even allowed to go home until, like, after Christmas. But anyways, who cares? That was my infant era, so. Anyways, sending love.